are. Welcome, folks, to season 7, episode 30. A special welcome to today's early bird, which was Floofy Girl. So, hi, lady. Nice to see you. We have in the house Mr. Andy Arky. Welcome, sir. And Miss Chris Bowman. Welcome, lady, to this 30th episode of the 7th season, where I'm gonna attempt to do something maybe chefy. Maybe chefy.
Huh.
Well, I'm gonna attempt to fill puff pastry. And usually I would use this frozen puff pastry which comes in a square, and you just put it in the oven and then it does poof. You can very easily cut it open and then fill it with whatever you want to fill it in. But this one today is from the series The One Pan Wonders of Mr. Jamie Oliver. He claims, and he makes it look like it's easy peasy and hashtag nothing chefy. I, on the other hand, am a little bit in doubt because today I'm using a full sheet of puff pastry, which is thinner than the ones that I can buy in the Netherlands in the squares. But I still will have to kind of scar it so that when it does poof in the oven that I can actually open it up. Because we need to fill that. So it's I don't know. If it doesn't puff up, I'm just going to throw the filling on top and then call that a one pan wonder. I don't know. So we have to see how that goes. So we're going to attempt that. So let me show you what we need to make this a recipe. For that, I need to go into the fridge. Because I wanted the puff pastry to stay cool as long as it could, so that it's easier to scar with a hopefully sharp knife. So, chicken and mushroom puff pie, that's what the thing is called. And here come the ingredients. We have that's what we're having today. So we're using chicken, I'm using chicken thighs instead of chicken breast, by the way, but the recipe calls for chicken breast. A bunch of spring onions. That's actually what it says in the recipe, a bunch. I don't know what a bunch is, so I have a few here. Then I'm using a mushroom mix, so different types of mushrooms. We have a roll of puff pastry. We need to use some flour, mustard. Oh, and there is also milk, which I didn't put. I see, there is 600 milliliters skimmed milk that we have. And then we are using some rocket or arugula or rucola or whatever it is that you want to call it. And then the oil, the pepper and the salt is not here. That's on the counter. No room here. So that is what we are making today. At least attempting to make today. Now I think that all of these ingredients will taste really good. If it's gonna look good, yeah, that I'm not 100% sure of, but we'll see. And that's episode 30 of season 7. Unbelievable that we are there yet. We have chat.
Yes, we have Mr. Hamza in chat.
Hi Hamza,
He
welcome.
says, He says, today you're making one of my favorite dishes, but I buy it with frozen salmon inside instead.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. I do have a recipe, that the one that I was talking about with the frozen puff pastry, that we fill up with veggies and white fish. So fish and puff pastry go really well together.
They do.
So I'm hoping that the mushroom and chicken filling of today will also go very well. Another question, comment?
Aiden is here.
Oh, hi. Welcome, Aiden, on this, I don't know for you, but for us, a very gray and gloomy Sunday. So welcome to the stream. I hope you are doing well.
And we have a tiara time from Miss Chris B.
Ooh. I'm having a gray t-shirt that is also not really gloomy. Well, it's gloomy.
Well.
It's all a little bit pale today. I'm having a pale Sunday, folks.
Oh, well.
That's it. Okay, but tiara time? Let me see if I can catch this. So far, it goes well. Je whoopie.
Ta-da!
Well, let me see. Yeah. So instead, when you're thinking, what is she doing? Why is she not looking at me but looking like there? That's because there is a tablet where I can actually see what I'm doing. But I find it very difficult that if on the tablet on the left side my tiara needs to go up and then I do that, then on the screen the right side goes up. Because my sides are
Mixed.
It's like a mirror.
They're mirrored.
Yeah, but still. So we have, well, I have the tiara on. Let's put 10 minutes on the clock. Moo is the clock watcher, the time preserver of today, tiara time, brought to you by Miss Chris Bowman.
Thank you, Chris.
So let's get to it, I think, until we have other chat. No?
We're good.
We're good, okay. Before anything, I'm going to put the milk on the counter. Because for those of you who were here last week, maybe you remember the disaster that happened when I did with the food. And then the glass fell on the food. We had wet feet. I found little pieces of glasses throughout the week. Although this is plastic and milk, I'm going to put it on the counter so that I cannot throw that away. But we have chat.
Selecting Autumn is here.
Oh, hi, Selecting Autumn.
What's up, Kyle? Hope you're well.
Happy Milk Day for you.
Happy Milk Day.
Yeah, I don't know.
McGurd. That happened.
I don't think in my whole life I ever wished someone a happy milk day. That's new.
Well,
yeah.
know, if there's milk, it's a milk day.
I don't know how my brain works, but it happened, so I'm sorry. Okay. What we need to do, we need to cut up the chicken, and we need to cut up the bunch of spring onions. And we have, in our mushroom mix, we have small, I think they're called chestnut mushrooms, I'm thinking.
You want me to give you an overview so you can point them out?
Something bleeped at me. So we have, in this mix, we have large chestnut mushrooms and also small ones. So you see, so these I need to cut these. But these small ones I can just tear open. And then there is something that in the Netherlands is called oesterzwam. I have no idea what that's called in English, but it's like a little bouquet of flowers. Apparently, don't need to cut that, can just shred it in smaller pieces. And that's it. So I'm going to start with the spring onions, because once the chicken hits the board, there is no way I'm going to put vegetables on So there is that. Using the chefy knife today because, in my opinion, the recipe hints to be chefy, although Mr. Oliver says it's not. But then again, the man has been cooking professionally for, I don't know, 40 years, or at least 30. So I'm taking the ends off, because we don't want that. I'm going to throw this away. I already have washed these, so these are clean. Let me throw this away. I did see a YouTube hack, a video on YouTube, that if you, that's what I just threw in the garbage. If you put it in a little soil and then water it once in a while, that you could grow your own spring onion or onions. I never tried because I cannot even keep my plants alive. Hence 4 ones in the kitchen. So don't think I will be growing my own food soon. So we need, how long? 1 centimeter. Yeah, I'm not good at measures, but I'm thinking like this. Let me put them in here. So just cutting what I think is a centimeter. I do not have a measuring tape, but yeah, you know, doing my best here. There we go. And then the last bit. So this green stuff is hollow on the inside. So everybody who ever has cut spring onions, basically there are, at least the top part is like a little, I don't know, it's hollow. So that was the cutting from these. Let me can I put that here? And then it's time to get cracking on the chicken, for which I do not need my chefy knife, but this.
No cutting off the shrooms?
No, I can cut these when I have them in hand with a smaller knife when I'm going to put them in the dish. So I don't need to cut these now, or should I? Let's cut them now, why not?
Hamza likes the glass bowls, by the way.
The glass bowls? Oh, these?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Hamza. We've been using them for a while. So I think I'm going to do this halfway through. And then maybe quarter them, or do them in 8ths. Yeah, let's do that.
We want them to be a bit finer, a bit
Yeah, because I want them to be, okay. So all the other ones are like this. And these I'm gonna half. So I need it to be somewhere in the vicinity of that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sounds
it's
good.
okay if there are bigger pieces and smaller pieces. I just want them to kind of, yeah, get done.
They need to be like bite size.
Yeah, basically.
That's the thing,
yeah.
I think.
Okay, let's do this and then. So in Dutch, these are called kastanje champignonnen. And I think in English they are called chestnut mushrooms. But I'm not 100% sure. Let me see if I can even make it fit. In the same bowl. there's a little piece trying to escape. Well, we ain't having that. So, folks, the chicken. Let me move these out of the way.
Oh boy. Arkie says, I just call them mold.
Mold, yeah.
Schimmel.
Because basically that is what they are. But edible, the edible type. So not the green and black mold you can find, I don't know, in your shed wall on the inside because you haven't been airing it out in a long, long time.
Ew.
That is different.
Stop talking. Ew.
Ew, yeah. Ew. So I got an empty dish for the chicken that I'll be cutting. And we need 3 centimeter chunks. That's the goal here. I don't know, my measurements are never really good, but I'm trying here. Okay, let's do, is that 3? I think this is 3 centimeter. That's a little big. Mm-hmm.
So this is chicken thigh.
Yeah, I'm using a chicken thigh, but the recipe calls for chicken breast. I have both of them in the freezer in the same type of bags. And honestly, when it's frozen, it all looks the same. So I thought I took chicken breast out of the freezer, but when it started to defreeze, I saw it was chicken thighs. But it doesn't really matter. It's okay. Both of them are okay.
We have another tiara time from Chris
Oh yeah.
saying, please keep it on.
Keep it on, yeah, because when you said it, I thought, oh, I still need to take the tiara off, which now is not needed. But then you still have to give me a second.
Thank you, Chris. Very thoughtful.
Now let me see if I can, how do I do this? Because I've got chicken finger.
Hey, nobody else in the world can say that
Chicken
except when they are chicken.
10 minutes on the clock. Another tiara time. Swoop. Okay.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
More chicken to cut.
Oh, I thought more chat.
There is Miss Rosalind Faust. Good morning.
Hi, Rose. Are you by any chance at work or not? Or on your way to work?
Not yet, I think. Probably not yet.
Probably not yet. Because, you know, the Rose family had a birthday this week. And you know how we like to celebrate birthdays. Just not when we are having chicken fingers. So this is the last one to cut, and then I can wash my hands and then say a proper congratulations.
Rose says, I'm heading to work, and we did
Yeah.
have a birthday.
Yeah, she did. Almost done with the cutting. And just because the birthday was on Thursday does not mean that we cannot sing on Sunday. So, there you have it. So this and this can go over here.
Ah, I was not prepared for that
Oh,
shot.
I'm sorry, I just need to wash my hands.
Whoopa, there we go.
I'll oh yeah, that's good.
When she gets to work, she'll screen record.
Let's give this a quick rinse here.
Oh, the chicken
Knife
stuff. Yeah, that's a good idea.
and the boar. Of course, the whole stream will also be on the channel.
Chris says mine was on Tuesday also.
Yeah, but then a week ago.
Or was
Oh.
it last Tuesday?
Tuesday. I'm confused about the date. Let me check the calendar. So Chris. Oh yeah, in the same week. We can do a double sing. Oh. So there is a hold on.
What?
What am I doing? I cannot close the door. Okay, so 2 birthdays. Tuesday, Miss Chris Bowman. Thursday, Care Bear. I think I feel 2 birthday songs coming on. So one especially for Chris, and then one separately for Care Bear, so that Rose can I don't know, save that one.
Screen record.
Screen recorded for Care Bear. And it would be weird that we are singing Happy Birthday, Chris, when it's for Care Bear.
Yeah.
Would that be okay? Yeah, it's okay. I've decided it's going to be okay. So, are you ready?
Am I ready?
Are you ready?
Do I need to come over there? Or
If you want,
sing?
or you can do the background singing and with a little.
Oh yeah. I'll do the ooh-ups.
You're gonna do the doo-up.
The doo-ups.
So here we go. First of all, happy birthday for Miss Chris Bowman. And it sounds a little bit like this, but then snotty because I have a cold. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Chris Bowman.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you and many more. I hope you had an amazing day, Chris,
Do up, do up.
with a lot of cake and festivities.
Cake. Ooh.
And on to the next one, I would say.
Okay.
On to the next one, also for Care Bear, because his birthday. I need to blow my nose. Hold on.
Let's do that first.
Blowing the nose, folks.
Rose is ready.
Rose is ready. Hold on. Especially for Care Bear, whose birthday was last Thursday. Are you gonna sing with me?
I feel you're so lonely up here. Let's.
Oh, okay. You want
let's come and sing.
something on the head or?
No, I'm fine. I don't need a tiara. Are we both in frame?
Are we both in frame?
We are in frame. Yes. Hello.
We are
Hi.
here, right? Oh my God, this is shiny.
Happy birthday, Chris. Oh, don't touch it. It gets more shiny.
It gets more shiny.
I even
Okay.
put stuff on it.
Here we
Okay.
go. This is for Care Bear, right?
This is for Care Bear.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Dear Care Bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna do.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Care Bear.
Happy birthday to you and many more. Happy birthday, honey. Although it's 2 days too late, I hope you had an amazing day. And again, with a lot of cake and presents.
I am triggered.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we are going to go back to the table, grabbing some stuff. That's what we're doing. Because we need two. We need the chicken and we need the onions. Yeah, chicken. Well, let's start with the chicken, and then we need the onions, and this later. Okay, just the chicken.
I hope everyone's ears survive that, guys.
Okay, just this. That was cute, yeah. I don't think it sounded cute, but hey. So, let's heat up our pan. Here. I am using, I was going to say
Sunflower oil?
pineapple oil. I don't know where that is.
Peanut oil.
It's peanut oil. No sunflowers were harmed to make this, but we did squeeze some peanuts. A swig of peanut oil. That's what Mr. Oliver said. Well, let's do that. Swig of well, he said oil, not peanut oil, but this is what I'm using. So let's give this a swirl. And then we're going to wait for it to heat up. What I'm a little bit confused about is that there is no seasoning on the chicken, which I'm thinking might become a little bland. So I'm going to add some pepper and salt. So not the chicken herbs that we usually use, because I don't want it to overpower the rest of the dish, but at least some pepper and salt.
I think
Not-
I'm fine with the normal seasoning.
Yeah, not that I'm thinking that Mr. Oliver has no idea what he's doing, but just, I don't know. There is nothing.
We have had a couple of these chicken dishes,
Yeah,
also last week, I think,
yeah,
where the chicken was under-seasoned, which is a shame, I think.
yeah. So we're going to do some pepper and salt. So, Mr. Oliver, if you're watching, I'm not critiquing. I'm just adding pepper and salt. That's it. That's all it is. So let's the chicken go in here. So salt going on here. And then some pepper. Ooh. So that was the second tiara time by Chris, right? Yes.
2 in a row.
It was her birthday, but I'm getting the presents here today. So thank you very much, Chris. I'm going to put it back on the table here. While I grab some other stuff. Again, shroom's trying to escape. And now we got another present from the other birthday person from Care Bear. So let me see if I can catch it on this camera, because it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Because I think I need to go in. Oh!
Swoop.
Not that I want to comment, but isn't this really bright?
No.
No, okay.
It should be good. It's the same as always.
I don't know, it looks very bright. And we have Miss Dragon in the house. Welcome, lady.
Welcome in,
Putting-
Dragon.
Putting move on 10 minutes. Tiara time. Well, gifted from the little birthday boy, Care Bear.
There you go.
I'll put it over here.
Hamza says, unpopular opinion, Am I the only one who hates soup?
No. In this household, there is one person who loves soup, and there is another one who is hate is a harsh word, but isn't really mad about it. Let me put it like that. But I think there is soup and soup.
Yep.
Let me explain while I stir the pot here. There is soup that is just like a hot drink, and then there is soup that is more like a little liquefied stew, where basically you can put a fork in and it stays upright. I love both types of soup, but APG is more for the thicker ones, right?
Yeah.
So that there is at least or something with a bite in it.
Generally,
So
yes.
if you make a vegetable soup, you do not make it creamy, but leave parts of vegetables whole in, so there is something to chew on. That's basically what it is. But maybe you hate all soups. That's possible, of course. So I'm giving this chicken a few minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to preheat the oven. So walking over here. Here we go. 200 degrees. I only like a few soups. And which one would that be, Dragon? Because I honestly like a lot of soups. I would only eat soup if there is macaronis or meat in it. Well, you know, in a lot of soups, even in a vegetable soup, in a regular Dutch vegetable soup recipe, there are little meatballs. So, or sometimes I even put rice in it, but you can do macaroni just to give it a little bit more body, if that makes even sense. And then there is Chunky, the soup that eats like a meal. That one, yeah.
Is that a slogan for a brand?
I don't know,
Archie?
but we can use, we should use that.
That's amazing.
Oh my God. And usually only homemade these days, not the stuff in a can full of corn syrup. No, that is true. But you, for once in a while, you know, when maybe during lunch I'm thinking, I could drink some soup, or, well, it's not really soup. I do eat it from a can, but it's not like, oh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna add, I think that is the right order. We trim the chop. Add the onion and add to the pan. Oh, and the shrooms are gonna go in. Let's do the onions first. Because I'm wondering if my pan is big enough. Did there something jump out? Okay, let's grab a small knife. So I already cut this big mushrooms in pieces, but I'm thinking they still might be a little bit too big. So I'm just tearing them.
We have Master of Splits in the chat.
Master
Good day to
of
you.
Splits, chicken and mushroom puff pie. Now that's amazing.
It is.
Why do I not recognize the name? Had somebody somebody changed the name? And now I don't know, or
No, it's a first time chat.
is it the first time? Because it doesn't say here.
It doesn't in the app, no, that's very confusing.
Ah, okay.
But it is a first
So,
time chat. Welcome, Master of Splits.
welcome, Master of Splits 180. So, do we call you Master? Do we call you Splits? What is the preferred name? I'm just fishing out the big pieces of mushroom to put in here. Because you see, Master of Splits 180 is a bit long. And I already talk a lot, but that would even for me be... call me Splits for short. Okay, so welcome Splits to our cooking and mukbang stream. We are at the cooking part at the moment, as you can see. And as you saw or still see in the title, I am making chicken and mushroom puff pie. Inspired by Mr. Jamie Oliver. He has a cooking show which is called One Pan Wonders, where he makes amazing dishes and you only need one pan for it. So that's always nice, lesser dishes. And I thought I'm going to try to see if I can reproduce that. I have my doubts, although he says it's nothing chefy, and that basically is what we are all about here. But yeah, I'll explain what I'm worried about in a second. I just need to give this a stir here.
It's a very sturdy stir, if I may say so.
Yeah, and the spoon is hot. The wooden spoon is hot. Yeah, that's weird.
Oh my god.
Let's put this here. Let's turn that down just a little bit. So I'm almost done with cutting the chestnut mushrooms. And then I can go to the ones that look a little bit weird. But hey. This one, and then 1, 2, 3 of these more. La, 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 la.
Can you show one of those weird mushrooms on the cam
Yeah,
above?
hold on.
The stove cam?
Da, 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 da,
It's
da,
on,
da,
it's
da.
on the stove
Da,
cam.
da, 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 da,
I
da,
have to
da,
do
da.
it there.
See? Oesterzwam, that's what it's called in Dutch. And apparently you just tear it up. I don't think I ever used these in a dish. They feel a little bit weird, I must say.
Arky says, APG, I have an awesome soup for you. Chunky, spicy chicken and noodles. It'll make you sweat.
Oh my god.
I misread that, Arky. I read, it will make you sweet. And I was like, but it's spicy. How can it make me sweet? But yeah, now I get it.
No, I'm not done yet.
And that would be the timer for
Yeah,
tiara time.
but yeah. Still cutting and tearing here.
Rose gets a free extension of the tiara time.
Yes, especially
Nice.
for Care Bear and, well, basically everybody else.
Split says, Arky, remember the commercials about the disagreement about eating it with a fork or a spoon?
Oh wow.
And Arky says,
Are we still
indeed.
talking about soup?
That's funny. I think I'd like to see one of those commercials. I have to look it up on YouTube, see if it's available.
And then I also have these. These weird.
Look, it's
looking.
brown mold.
It's I have no idea what these are called. Also don't know if I need to tear this up or oh yeah, I can tear this up.
Dragon will be lurking.
Okay.
Is staying but lurking, having a rough morning. And the
Oh,
food looks amazing so far.
I'm hoping that it's gonna be even better.
Feel better soon, Dragon.
Yeah, of course. While I'm stirring away here. Okay. Now let me see what Mr. Oliver wants me to do next.
Ah, Dragon has tea brewing.
Oh, nice.
That's good. Tea's always good.
Where is the thingy? Okay. Cook for 10 minutes until golden, stirring regularly. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Just checking the heat. So let's do the first stir. Because it's not done yet. We need to add milk and flour and mustard and I don't know what. But in the meantime, let me grab a timer. Because this needs 10 minutes. So let's put 10 minutes on the pink clock. While I take my tiara off and take that with me to the table. Here we go. So, the rocket arugula or I don't know what it's
Arugula.
arugula, that also goes in, and also the mustard and the flour. So I'm going to put that on the counter, but don't go away, I'll be back here. While I sneakingly stir the pot again. So what's with the long text of splits?
Split says the disagreement
Yeah.
is since it's a soup, you should eat it with a spoon. But it's
Yeah.
also loaded with ingredients, making it chunky. So
Yeah.
you can also eat it with a fork.
Yeah, that's true.
So it sounds like a funny commercial to me.
So this is the roll of puff pastry. And it's going to be larger than my cooking tray, for sure. I think, or not. Oh, not by much. Maybe you can do an edge. So it comes with its own parchment paper. I'm going to cut a piece off here because otherwise I don't think it's going to work. Let me get my knife. Does this fit now? Yes, it does. Let's get rid of the paper. Let's fold it double. How about that? Gives me an edge to cling onto. So now I'm supposed to this very thin layer of dough. I don't even know if you can see, but it's really, 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 really thin. And there is paper underneath. I need to score that, but not through to the bottom. Because when I put it in the oven, it's supposed to puff up. so that I can take the top layer off. But I'm not sure if that's gonna, how that is gonna work, but I'm doing my best here. So from the edge, I'm really just trying to score it, but not completely cut it. Not really sure if it's working, but we'll see. And if it doesn't work, then I will just put the filling on top. I think that's going to taste just as good. It's just not going to look as nice. And then when I've done this, I need to go back to the pan and stir. So we are midway here. It does smell nice, I must say. Let's shake it a bit and then go back to making the masterpiece. Then I need to score it, but I forgot. I'm gonna do a sneak peek of the picture. Stay here. How did he do that? Score a large scissor pattern. Like, I don't know what he means by that. And I watched a video like weeks ago. So now I'm not sure.
Arkie says there's only two options. It'll either work or it won't. As long as it's fully baked, you can eat it either way.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah.
See,
Why worry?
Arkie to the rescue.
Yes, I agree.
I'm doing this. I don't know if this is what he actually meant, but I'm guessing. Okay, this needs to go in the oven. For how long? Middle shelf, 17 minutes. Oh my God. So I should have done this way earlier. So time management is not 100% today. 17 minutes. 17, here we go. This goes here. We have 3 more minutes to go here. 17 minutes there, and then that needs to cool down. So let's say we should be eating in 20, 25 minutes. So that would be
Very good.
somewhere in between 7:15 and 7:20.
Sure. That'll
So
work for
this recipe, which according to Master Chef Mr. Jamie Oliver, takes 33 minutes to make. Yeah.
It's like the 15-minute meals that always take 45.
Oh wow, and the 30 minutes meal takes an hour. That's why I look for recipes that take somewhere between 20 to 30 minutes, because I know that there's going to be some talking, some talking, and we need to cut stuff and so on. So it always takes longer. Yep, this is it. So now let me check what the next step is, so that I'm going to be prepared And now it's wet here. Meanwhile, I already did that. Stir the flour into the pan for 1 minute. That comes after the ring from the pink egg timer. Then gradually stir in the milk. When exactly am I supposed to put the mustard in there then? Tablespoon of olive oil, trim the onion, chop into and add to the pan. Hey. Meanwhile. Oh, hold on, I forgot something. Oh, I forgot something. Oh wow. Let me get a brush. Cause oh man. Let me get a brush.
Oops.
Let me get this out of the well, I'm here. Let me get this out of the oven. Because we actually need to brush this with some of the milk. So let's do that quickly.
So that's where the milk comes in.
Yeah, now it's also going to go in the rest of the dish. I've cut too deep, I see already. But yeah, we'll see. That's
Archie says, you don't have a sous chef like Jamie Oliver does to prep everything in the background.
yeah, that's true.
And Spliss says, you're making me hungry. I'm going to step away to cook breakfast. Be right back.
Yeah, that's okay.
Achievement unlocked, Splits. Make people hungry. That works for today.
Still does not explain what I'm supposed to do with the mustard. Am I to put that on there too then? No. Put this back. So the milk on top will give the pastry, I think, a shiny glaze on top. I'm looking up where the mustard goes in. Ah, okay, at the end. Found it. I've read the recipe, I think, like 10 times. And every time I think, yeah, now I know what to do. But then when it's time to actually add the ingredients, I have no clue. I think I'm gonna do a sneak, not a sneak preview, but a sneak pre-taste. So that I have a mushroom and I want some onion. So onion, chicken, and mushroom. Give me some mushroom here.
You like?
Yeah. At the end of point 3 it says season to perfection.
We have Mr. Fonzie in the house.
Hey, Mr.
saying,
Fonzie.
I'm just lurking today while he triggers tiara time.
Oh, nice. Another one.
Welcome, Fonzie. Lurk away, sir.
And say hi to Mrs. Fonzie and to Fonzie Jr.
Hope your stream was good, sir. I didn't catch it. Was busy preparing for the stream.
Yeah. So here we go. Let me see if I can catch the thing.
3,
Two,
2,
one.
1.
Show whoopa! Think I did it. 10 minutes on the clock. 10 minutes. Moo time offered to you by Liquid Fuzzy. It's really, honestly, the mushrooms taste like meat. Have the structure of the chicken. The feel, I don't know how to say that.
So you're having a lot of meat filling for the thing
Yeah.
today. Okay, that
Well,
sounds good.
You know, chicken on its own doesn't have much flavor, so you need to add flavor to it. That's what I did with the pepper and the salt. So and everything is kind of brownish. So it kind of looks the same. I think we're gonna like this. If this with the puff pastry doesn't work, I think that if I make it the next time, I'm just gonna use the frozen puff pastry, for which I know it will work. You just put them in the oven and they fluff up.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of filling in with the fish recipe that we have, I could use this.
Sure. You can put any filling in there that you
Yeah.
enjoy. You can even make one with minced meat or,
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
minced meat and mushrooms or chicken and mushrooms,
I
whatever.
think I heard a bell. I think it's time to get started with the flour. So add the flour and then stir the flour for a minute. Because I don't want any lumps, I'm using a little sieve. So let's put, so that I can divide it more evenly. And as said, so that I do not have any lumps. It's done. Now I need to give this a minute. Where are we at? 8 minutes, so when that is about 7. What this will do is kind of, ja, ik weet niet, wat is garen in het Engels?
That's a good question.
So the flour is kind of absorbing the liquid,
So it helps it cook.
and it helps, yeah, and it helps it cook. I'm just scratching the bottom, because everything that sticks to the bottom usually has the most taste. Are we at a minute? No, not yet. And then we're going to start adding the milk to it. We kind of making a ragu, if that makes any sense to you guys. So this now is dry, but it needs to have a little bit moisture in there. I'm thinking it's time. Is it time? Yes. Does it say gradually stir in the milk? Okay, let's give it a little bit. At the end of the recipe, it also says you might not need all the milk. So basically, you are responsible for giving it the texture that you want. So you can make it as liquid as you want.
Dragon says that is true. The stuff stuck on the bottom has the most taste.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Especially if you burn it.
Yep. That is why if you bake any type of meat in a pan and there is anything stuck to the bottom, just add some Yeah, maybe some stock or even just water, and you can make a very delicious sauce. Oh man, this looks good. Not sure if I want to add more milk. Because I kind of like the gooey. Oh man. Oh.
Keep in mind that it's going into the oven as well.
No, it doesn't go in
Keep
here.
in mind that it's not going into the
No,
oven
we're
at all.
gonna open up the puff pastry, put it in there, and then the dish is done.
Remember that it will bake some of the moisture out.
Yeah.
But bake where? The longer it stays in the pan?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm just gonna keep an
But the
eye on
pastry
it.
is in the oven, Dragon. Check.
Yeah.
There's oven.
5 minutes. You can see that it's puffing up. I'm just thinking that now I've got like a frame of puff pastry, and then hopefully the square inside is gonna be like a bottom and a lid. If that doesn't work, I'm just I don't know what I'm gonna do.
We'll see when we get there.
Yeah, we'll see when I get there. Adding some milk.
No worries, Dragon. She says, my daughter texted me.
Yeah, of course. Say hi to her.
Yeah.
She okay? You want to have a taste?
I do. Because I'm very curious about all the stuff that you're liking so much.
And it's not done yet. We're still gonna add the rucola and the mustard. So just grab a bite.
I have no idea what's what.
No, but it doesn't really matter. And stop eating all the meat.
Could use a little bit more salt, I think.
Yeah, it's not done yet. Don't forget, we're still gonna add mustard to it. She says hi back. Yeah. But the taste is good, right? It just needs a little bit more. So how long do we have? 3 more minutes. And then it needs to cool down. So I'm adding another swig of milk. I was worried that the flour, which was I think 2 tablespoons, I think in the recipe, would have made it bland, because flour on its own isn't really isn't really tasty. But I think it still has plenty of taste.
Dragon says it will thicken up
Yeah.
as it cools and the pastry will soak up extra moisture.
Yeah. That's why I'm careful with not adding too much moisture, because then the pastry will go soggy, and that's not what we want.
According to Archie, it needs more bacon and less mold.
Yeah, of course. I think it's time to check if we still have some recipes with bacon in it.
Maybe, yeah, he's getting rowdy, Archie.
Maybe we
isn't he?
just do pancakes with bacon. So that was the tiara time offered to you by Lego with Francie. Thank you very much. Although he's lurking. He's a very busy man. So how is this looking? needs a little bit more browning. Let's switch it to this and add a few minutes. I think 3. It looks kind of nice. And then I need to take it from there and put it on this. We'll see how that will go. I just want the top side to have the color of a croissant. That's the goal here, basically. I think this is moist enough. Sharp knife, cutting it through the layer. Okay, I think it's time to add the mustard. That will give it a little bit of
Oomph.
extra flavor and oomph, and then I can have a taste and then see if I want to add pepper and salt to it, or pepper or salt to it. That's that. Let's give this a rinse.
Arky says, sounds good to me regarding the bacon recipes.
Yeah, I thought so much. We haven't done anything with bacon in a while. We could just do a simple vlamkuchen. That's
Sure.
always good. But not just with bacon, Aki. No. We need to do some healthy stuff in there too.
It's thickening up a bit.
Yeah, it is. I'm thinking I need to add maybe just a little bit more milk. You'll see, at the end of the recipe I will have added 600 milliliters of
It
of
just
milk.
keeps soaking it up, huh?
Just means that Mr. Oliver knew exactly what he was doing. Now let's have a taste. Yeah, there is a little zing of the mustard, but I think we need to add some pepper and salt. So let's see. Salt. Pepper. Stir. Yeah, I'm coming.
Arky says, no problem. You can have pure maple syrup too as an ingredient.
I'm thinking this looks good. Oh, it's nice.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
But there are holes in it everywhere. So, maybe if it cools down, it's going to be easier. But now I need to transfer it to here and get it off the paper. I just pull it. Ooh, man, that's hot.
Well, that worked easy peasy.
Yeah. Now we let this cool down for a bit. And then
It hasn't really risen, huh?
well,
It's
not
not
as
really
much. Well, the
puffed up.
outside then, and then this, but I don't know. I'll have to see if I can actually lift this up. I don't think I can, but otherwise I'm just going to cut it and put it next to the dish. I don't know. I'll have to see. it's this puff pastry is thinner. Oh. It's thinner than the ones that I usually buy that are from the freezer.
It's thinner, okay.
It's thinner. So maybe that is why it doesn't rise that much. Because I need to find.
Aki says, I hope it's fully baked. You know that raw puff pastry will get you chopped.
Yeah, but that it's fully baked, all right.
What do you mean, Arky, chopped? I don't follow.
No, it's not gonna kill you.
Really?
I need a knife. And then I don't know how to do this because this is done. And how do I get underneath here? I'm just supposed to pull it.
Uh-oh. Mrs. A be munching.
I think I'm failing the master here. I think I'm going to do it. I don't know how to open this up.
And then put stuff on top.
Let's
That's fine. Chopped is a cooking competition show here. I thought you might have seen it.
It is.
There's so many cooking shows
I
on
think then
TV.
I've failed. Is there a layer left?
Shh, not working?
No. So we are going to do. What I'm going to do. Because I don't. Oh, what I can do is. Oh my God, I have an idea. I have an idea.
You sounded like Jeremy Clarkson there. Oh, I have an idea. Welcome back, Splits. What are you eating for breakfast, sir?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're a sir, because you're not mistress of Splits, so that would be, you know, something different. What are you trying to do, Mrs. A?
No, it doesn't work. I was thinking maybe I should just quarter these. So you have 2 layers and I have 2 layers. And I'm just going to put filling on here and then put it on a plate.
Sure. Dragon says, in Chopped, they give the contestants random ingredients, usually with one really out of place seeming one.
And then you need to just make up your own recipe.
And then they have to make something to impress the judges.
Oh, okay.
It's fun because they get so creative.
Yeah. And I think they probably also then combine ingredients that they usually would not.
Yeah, that leads to
I'm thinking.
different recipes.
Okay, last thing to add here is the rucola. Off the heat, because we do not fry our lettuce.
Thank you for the follow there, Songye.
Oh, thank you very much.
Welcome to the amazing family, and welcome to the stream. Split says, I have 2 eggs with 3 slices of turkey bacon, some spam on a slice of multigrain bread with mayo. Sounds good, Splits. Bon appetit. Enjoy your brekkie. Your breakfast. Some more milk going in. And some more rocket, as it seems to be called in
England, for sure.
In
I thought
English.
it was called arugula in English, but apparently rocket and arugula, or rucola as we call it in the Netherlands, is exactly the same.
Maybe Dragonpedia can help out here
This is enough.
to see what it's called. That's what it looks like. Split says, I love arugula. Arugula lettuce. Okay.
It's holding on for dear life.
Poor arugula.
Yeah. For me. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's see if we can make this in something that actually looks like something.
We are in the plating stage, guys. Almost
So
there.
if we just do this, or should I turn it like this? No. This. And then what is the other side? This and this. And then I add a scoop to it and then put that one on top. And then it's just like I have 2 layers.
You could.
We're going to pretend that we know what we're doing. Or should I just leave it like this?
I think this would be better.
This is better. Okay.
And we can eat two steps.
Yeah.
Twice.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep, agree.
Oh, I dropped something. That's not good. I'm going to put this underneath here. Just a second. And then here we have it, folks. Chicken. I have to check what the title was again. Chicken and mushroom puff pie, Mrs. A style, because it sure doesn't look as the one that Jamie Oliver made. But I'm going to try that again. Not today, but it's coming. So, let's eat, people.
Okay, well, I'll give you a little bit of this here while we move stuff to the side, because there's way too much stuff here on the table with all the cans and things.
Wil je er nog een beetje verse rucola op of niet?
Yeah, that would look good. Okay, almost done, guys, almost done. Bear with us. Okay. Where are we? Oh, we're here. Hi.
We are here.
Let's see that we get Mrs. A in the frame also, because she doesn't seem to be in the frame very much. Or am I not in the frame
I
very
was just
much?
leaning backwards, so I think it's okay like this.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We have that that pulsating light here, which I'm going to kill
You can turn it off.
real quick.
Yeah.
So
In the background, yes.
There we go.
Let's take a picture so we can eat, because this will cool down really quickly.
Okay. Bear with
Chop,
us,
chop,
guys.
folks.
Chop, chop. Let's go here. Let's turn this on.
Oh, there is this the explanation from Dragonspun. Did you read that?
No, maybe you can.
Rocket eruca or arugula is an edible annual plant in the family. Hold on. Let me try that again without coughing. So, in the family of Brassicacea, used as a leaf vegetable for its fresh, tart, bitter, and peppery flavor. Its Other common names include garden rocket as well as coalwort, rocket, ruchetta, rucola, rucoli, and rugula.
Okay, let's see what we have here. Switch it to that cam.
That were too many sounds. Okay. I think it's good. Like this. Can you take your hands away? Huh? Looking good?
Okay.
Here we go.
Try it again.
No, I cannot touch it because it's in the holder. Ah, there it is. Okay. I think I got it.
Okay, Archie, are you ready?
The dish of today, folks. Chicken and mushroom puff pie. Well, I was going to say by Jamie Oliver, but by Mrs. A. Trying to follow Mr. Jamie Oliver. Let's eat.
Let's put this away.
It was, Hamza. It was supposed to be inside pastry, but I cannot get the pastry to open up because it's really thin. So maybe Mr. Oliver is using a different pastry that is thicker. I just couldn't get to open it up and I didn't want to destroy it. So that's why it's on top.
There you go, Splits. Let's eat, people. It's
But it
cannibal
doesn't
time.
matter because if you take the sides off, then
I
it's,
just want to taste this.
then it's inside anyway.
I think this looks good as well. Just, you know.
Yeah, but it's not what it was supposed to be.
Well, the taste is what matters in the end.
Yeah, that's true. But wouldn't it be nice if it tastes good, but then also looked good?
I think it looks fine. Just fine. I'm just hoping it tastes good. Okay. Well, I hope you have something to eat. I know Splits has breakfast, so cheers. I think it looks delicious too, Dragon, so I'm not too worried about it may or may not looking like that picture. So, welcome back, Rose. How's your Sunday going? Cheers, we're eating. This is what it looks like, Rose. The end result.
Looks a tiny bit different than it was supposed to look, but
I think it's very hard to distinguish the meat from the mushrooms.
yeah, it is.
Mmm.
11 days.
The soon-to-be hubby in 11 days.
You're right, Splits, it does.
Yeah, I agree. It's more flatbread. Oh, although it is slightly puffed. You can kind of like see inside, so it is
Maybe
puffed. But
it's because so the outer layer, the frame basically, I think I cut that too deep. That's why this is puffed up, like on its own. And I think maybe that is why the rest didn't really puff up in the middle.
But if you buy the puff pastry in squares,
Yeah,
it's thicker.
this always puffs up. It actually does. It comes out of the oven like this,
Mm-hmm.
and you can
It
just
does.
grab it and then kind of break it open. So I think, because I'm liking this dish, so I think next time I make it, I'm going to use not the puff pastry on a roll, although it in the picture it looks really nice. Or maybe I didn't do the scarring right. That wasn't deep enough. That didn't not enough air could get in the pastry. I don't know. Something went wrong, but
Well,
it tastes really nice.
The taste is good, yeah. We'll have a look at the video.
Mm.
See how Jamie does it.
Mm. Can you move the chair a little bit to the right? No. I'm with the splits and it looks like puffed flatbread or unpuffed pastry,
No.
but it really tastes good. So the filling on its own, I think it's nice. So in the Netherlands, and I don't know if they exist anywhere else, there is this dish which is like a chicken ragu, and then in the store you can buy these little cups of puff pastry.
Mm.
And I think filling those with this would also be really, really good.
I would recommend using a little bit more seasoning.
You want?
Yes.
Because I put it here, just in case. Because for me it's okay.
I don't want the big salt opening.
No.
I think that might have looked like more than it was. The salt going on.
I would have probably cut the pastry into little rectangles and had that on the side. That's also a very good idea.
Sure.
Miss Chris Bowman has to leave.
Okay.
She's leaving now. Enjoy your meal. See you next time.
Bye, Chris. Thank you for the Tiara Times.
Tiara. Thank you for the Tiara Times and coming by. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Hope you had a nice birthday, Chris.
We got another Tiara Time. There's the thing. Oh yeah,
It's right there.
it's there, right? Oh yeah, this is gonna do a whoopee. This is gonna be a whoopee. Whoopee!
Wow.
So who redeemed this? Hamza?
Hamza.
Ooh, Hamza! We got a Tiara Time sponsored by Hamza. Look at that, folks. Here we go. 10 minutes on the clock.
Lasagna, but without pasta sheets. It was regular pasta instead. So you use the meat and the tomato sauce, or bechamel sauce as filling, and then no
No,
lasagna sheets,
with
but
macaroni
just
or regular pasta.
spaghetti.
Yeah.
Hey, it sounds good to me, dude. Yes, added a lot of vegetables, but didn't add bechamel.
Okay. So
Also
not.
bechamel. Or are you talking about, when you say bechamel, it's a brand of
Of butter, yeah.
butter or margarine or, yeah.
No, I just don't know how to type. That's okay. We still understand you. I'm liking this.
But a bechamel sauce would be a cheese sauce. So you either eat it with a tomato sauce or a cheese sauce.
Macaroni, tomato sauce, cheese, spices, vegetables, and some milk. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds really good.
Hope it was enjoyable.
I'm liking the raw rucola on top too. Gives a little bit of oomph.
Yeah, it's extra flavor. I've started to eat a lot of that strong cheese called extra, extra, extra strong. It smells a lot, but I love the flavor. But is it like regular cheese, just older? Or is it like this blue cheese and that kind of stuff?
I don't think so. I think it looks like regular cheese, but it's just older.
It's just more yellow? Is that it?
It's just old.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of the blue cheeses and stuff, but I do like the stronger taste of the more yellow cheese. So the older cheese. Yep.
I hate blue cheese, yeah. Well, we are not fans either.
Again, that word's a bit strong, but I do really not like how it smells.
No.
That's ew. Smells just ew. I feel like I have arugula stuck between my teeth everywhere.
Oh, do a big smile?
No.
I was just going to say that, if it was or was not. I have more little pieces of puff pastry sticking to my teeth.
I have that too.
This is nice.
Oh.
You want the other half too?
I'm doubting. I am still hungry, but then I'm going to overeat probably. Live a little.
Live a little.
Can I give this to you?
Yeah. I'm gonna do mine dragon style. So I'm gonna
Sure.
cut the pastry up in stripes, not in triangles, but in stripes, and then add that to the side. Do you want that too, or do you
No.
want it on top? You want it.
Just on top is funny too. Do we have anyone else who likes blue cheese? I remember at one time my colleague at work
Oh wow, yeah, that's a story.
who hey, there's Jack. Hi, Jack. My colleague at work bought some blue cheeses for Christmas. And the blue cheeses that he bought, he put in the fridge until it was time to take them home because he didn't have room in his fridge at home. And the next day I came into the office and I wasn't prepared for that. I didn't know. So I came in and to me it was like something was not okay.
Something fishy.
Something was like rotting or whatever. I was like, ew, what is this smell? Was not prepared for that at all. So I opened windows and stuff because I'm usually the first one in. So that was, yeah. I know that was very, very different for me. Not really okay. No. So Jack, in case you missed it, this is what we are having for food today. Chicken and mushroom puff pie.
Didn't look like the original, but hey.
But yeah, this is what we're having right now. Mrs. A just seasoning it. Kind of like chicken pot pie, sure.
Yep.
sort of like that. Here we go, round 2.
So the puff pastry, I should have puffed a little bit more so that I could have opened it up and then put it in between, but it didn't work. It stayed kind of flattish, and that's very difficult to open up. So
For me, it's very difficult to use proper sizing on this.
seasoning.
No. This to be able to spread it evenly because I tilted it and an enormous gush came out. So I'm having a
Yeah,
really
but instead of
salty spot here, I think.
instead of holding it like this,
Hmm.
you just need to hold it more straight up,
Yes, but
and then
it's-
just do this. And
Oh.
then it doesn't use all the.
just go like this.
Yeah. Just do this, and then it's going to be okay.
I would say this meal I couldn't eat a lot of. For me, it becomes too fatty quickly. Oh, well, it's not fatty at all. It's not like that.
Well, the puff pastry is ready.
Okay. It's more like because of the milk you put in it, and what else did you put in it? Flour. Yeah, that's what's making the meat
But-
and the mushrooms like a thick sauce.
You could make it with rice.
Sure,
I think that would be tasty too.
sure. As always, these recipes are like, a base to work from or start from. As with all recipes,
Like a
you
guideline.
can, like a guideline, you can make it to your taste, make it to your liking, add stuff, leave stuff out. That's the thing with cooking. You can make it the way it's good for you, right? What do you call a beef Wellington but hold the puff pastry? A beef Wellington without puff pastry?
It's just beef.
I don't know what the Wellington part is. Does it
It's
belong with the pastry or with the puff?
Pastry.
Or with the beef?
I don't know.
Me neither.
I would say just steak. Just
No.
steak, yeah.
We never eat beef Wellington, so I couldn't
Well,
tell
we
you.
don't eat beef, basically.
Just a steak? Sure.
Just a steak. So you go to a restaurant, order beef Wellington, but say, hold on the puff pastry.
Okay. Why? Just order steak? Because then you got to get into the whole spiel and go like, I'd like a beef Wellington, medium rare, but hold the puff pastry. Just order steak. Why?
Never made beef Wellington. Uh-oh.
Mm. That was your tiara time, honey. Mm-hmm. And back on you go.
Wow.
Well,
And shawoof! Another tiara time by Hamza.
thank you, Hamza.
10 minutes on the clock.
I was gonna get some breakfast, but my mom is cooking, so I'll wait.
Oh, okay.
Did you see what I did yesterday? You had a very funny day with your granddaughter.
I didn't see.
It was way, way up when everybody was.
Oh. I spent yesterday at the park with my granddaughter. They had the Fright Fest for the kiddos with the free hot dogs and cotton candy. They decorated pumpkins and balloons, and they had a hay ride and a wobbly ride. It was a lot of fun watching Adeline have such fun. I can understand that, but I'm sorry that it's not that we didn't notice that you wrote it, but for some reason we didn't read it out loud. So that would be like because of Halloween, I'm guessing,
Sounds like it.
the kiddo version.
That's all right. Yes, Halloween. What do you call a seafood chowder? But hold the base.
I don't even know what a chowder is.
I don't know what a seafood chowder is either.
So you need to keep in mind, Splits, we ain't from the United States or from the United Kingdom.
He's from Canada, so.
So we're from the Netherlands.
Like a thick stew? A seafood platter? I don't know. Just guessing here. Grasping onto air.
I don't know, a chowder. I hear it in movies and series that people eat it, but
When two vegans have drama, it's called beef. Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's true.
He made the same joke in Discord. I was laughing as well. Mm-hmm. That's a good one, Hamza.
Is a chowder always with seafood? Netherlands, then you must know how to make stampot. I do not only know how to make stampot, but I know how to make delicious stampot. And I am a fan of everything in one pot. So I really like stampot.
Pot. Mm-hmm.
It's good for the muscles, you know. So I'm very happy that we are in the season of these hearty dishes. Stampotten,
Mm-hmm.
really nice. Mm.
I'm sure that in a month or maybe two you will see some stampot come by in the stream at some point or other. Mm-hmm.
For me, I can eat stampot throughout the year. But
Every day, all day?
every day, all day. I like it. So chowder is like a thick soup made with milk or cream. Okay.
Okay. It's a stew.
Yeah, but a thick one?
Mhm.
Sometimes I do not know exactly what the difference is. And then in different countries, things are called different things.
Chowder is like a thick soup made with milk or cream. We are familiar with the concept of creamy soups,
Oh, here we have it.
but not milk.
So chowder is typically chunky, filled with ingredients like potatoes, carrots and seafood in a thick liquid. The ingredients are often chopped into smaller pieces than you get with a stew. The word comes from the French word for cauldron. Oh, it's gone. Where did it go? Oh, yeah. Which is the vessel fishermen used to cook their soup in. And stew is a combination of solid food ingredients that have been cooked in liquid and served in the resultant gravy.
Mm-hmm.
Ingredients can include any combination of vegetables and may include meat, especially tougher meats suitable for slow cooking, such as beef, pork, venison, rabbit, lamb, poultry, sausages, and seafood. Okay.
Have you sorted out your car idea yet? I have no idea what you're talking about, Fonzie. I have a lot of car ideas. I suspect there's a bit of overlap, yeah.
Yeah, there is.
It sounds like it, Dragon. Overlap.
So I think a stew is like a slow cooked stampot, where a chowder is like a thick soup
Sure.
with chunks in it.
You were looking at a new car last time we spoke.
Oh.
Yeah, that's been done and dusted, sir.
Yep.
I won't tell you off stream. Done and dusted. Mm-hmm.
So dragon, as you see, I'm doing the second portion dragon style. With the puff pastry on the side.
Hello, Mr. Schmidt. What are you writing, please? I'm ordering mine tomorrow. Mrs. Fonzie collects hers on Wednesday.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
I don't know what you pulled the trigger on either. I don't know if Mr. Schmidt is trying to insult us
I
or
think, but
no clue. Love it. Dragon style. There you go.
Yeah. And it's nice. Because the outer bits, you know, that are scored too deep, just make these sticks.
Yep. Let's do that, Fonzie. Yep.
It's nice. It's a bit much.
Yeah, one was not enough. Two was a bit too much, maybe.
But I'm really enjoying it. I'm liking that it's really filled, like full, that everything still holds its shape.
Sometimes when you get these kind of dishes, you have to be careful not to like cook it to mush.
Yeah.
So that's no bueno. It needs to have a little texture, something you can bite into.
I think that is why the recipe calls for these chestnut mushrooms instead of the just plain white ones, because they go soft really quickly.
Yep.
But I do not really taste, you know, the other two types of mushrooms. The oesterzwam, you know, the one that looks like a little bouquet of flowers. I don't really taste a difference in that.
Now, the thing is, we normally don't eat those,
No,
so
yeah,
we
no.
don't know what the taste is
No,
like.
exactly. That's true.
Oh, yeah, that's where the challenge comes from.
I like it.
Done.
Oh. Yeah. So that was the second 3-hour time from Hamza.
2 in a row.
2 in a row. Thank you very much, Hamza. While I lead my last few bits.
Bits and bites. Hamza is spending his channel points full on.
There's a million of them, I think. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, Schwappa!
Now my mom says, come eat. We'll see you guys later.
Does your mom say let's eat, people? Then you have
I
to
hope
go.
not. I have 50K.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Rose. Enjoy your food, Dragon.
Yes.
And say hi to your mom.
Yeah.
And stepdad. And enjoy the food cheese.
We're going to be here for another 30 minutes, I guess.
We'll be okay. I have 50.9.
Okay, okay. So that are a lot of tiaras times. We need to find something else to do with the channel points.
Talk to Dragon. Dragon always has the most wonderful ideas.
Yeah, well, I do have a few other ideas, not for channel points, but something to do with channel points. You know,
You have 12 teen?
I have 12T.
100K for VIP. Q or A favorite story of your childhood? Hansel and Gretel. No, wait, that's about eating kids.
Yeah,
That's
we
no
could
bueno.
do something with the Q&A where someone can ask basically, well, not anything. We ain't talking about money. And we ain't giving you the address that we live on. But basically that's about it.
No,
And then
there's
it
a
need-
lot more things that
And
are
then
off
it
topic.
needs to be family friendly.
There you go.
You need more lingo.
We need more Lego. Well, I'm very happy to say I enjoy the Lego stuff, but I definitely know that it's more your thing
Yeah.
than it is our thing. How was it out of 10? How would you rate the dish, honey?
Still eating.
But 4 people, 4. 2? 9? I see 10 fingers. I'm confused. Unless you've been sent stuff from your Addy, or is that a P.O. box?
No.
I see 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. Well,
Yeah.
technically thumbs are fingers too, so it's 10 fingers.
I'm doubting between a 9 and an 8. I really enjoy it, but there is some room for improvement. So if we go 8, we can make it an 8.5 with a little bit more seasoning and the puff pastry differently, because this is not working.
This was flat pastry.
Yeah.
Not puff.
We made chicken and mushroom flat pastry. That's what we made.
Honestly, I wasn't put off by the mushrooms, but I'm put off by the idea of the mushrooms.
Yeah, but you liked it, right? You said you liked it.
It,
So-
it was okay.
Really?
It was, I think the chicken needs the normal seasoning that we do,
Okay.
and
If-
I think
if
the mushrooms.
Would have made this and told you it is just chicken in puff pastry, you would not have tasted different.
No.
No. So
And the arugula gets in between my teeth
yeah,
everywhere.
that's true. Yeah.
But
I liked it. I think it's
I
an
liked
8.
it, but for me it's like a 7.5. I will not go any higher than that. It's okay, but I think that there would be a lot of other filling that I would enjoy more than this with the mushrooms.
Like what?
Well, with what have you, your meats and vegetables and stuff like that.
Okay.
You could do it with ground beef.
No.
I think ground beef would have more taste than this. Mm.
Next time, blow the pastry up with an air pump before putting it in the oven to make sure it puffs way up.
Do you think that works, Archie? And Fonzie, have a good one. Thank you for popping by. See you later, buddy.
Say hi
More.
to the missus.
More Lego to do.
Mwah, of course. You
So
always
many
have more Lego
Legos.
to do.
All right, buddy. See you later.
Thank you very much for coming by. We know that you are really busy, so spending time with us is very appreciated.
Always appreciate it.
So if we give this a 7, then it's not going to go in the binder.
Well, that's why I said I'm willing to give it a 7.5.
Yeah.
But this is definitely not on my weekly rotation.
No, it doesn't have to be, but once in a while this will be nice. but not with the pastry, but with a little bit more seasoning. I think what would be really great with this would be carrot. You're moving the table. Little carrot pieces. I think that would be nice. You know, like the winter carrot, which is sweet.
No.
Okay. Well, I liked it. I liked it enough to eat. Yeah. Why wouldn't it?
Why
It
wouldn't
doesn't
it
make only recipes we say is an 8 or higher go back in the binder. Everything else just goes.
Oh, I thought it was a 7.
No, an 8.
Oh.
And I still have 2 full binders with recipes. So we've made a lot of. We ate a lot of dishes that were fairly good. So you know we are progressing in what we really like.
Let's put it like this, Archie. Mrs. A tries to make a new dish every week.
Yeah.
So
In 7 seasons.
we have accumulated 2 very big binders with, you know,
If
all
you
the
give me the
recipes.
plate, I'm going to grab a binder so that you can see it. And that's just one, and I have 2 of those.
And
basically in the binder, only things go that I'm thinking that I'm going to make again. Otherwise, it's no use of keeping the recipe.
no, you asked him, the air pump idea would work. So I said, why wouldn't it work?
Ah, okay, that. I thought the
'Cause
binder thing.
I think it's a strange idea. How would you do that? An air pump to make it puffy. It's not supposed to be puffy with an air pump. It's supposed to be puffy when you put it in the oven and heat it up. But yeah, I don't
You
know.
want tea?
Maybe from a technical engineering standpoint it would work. I don't know. You're the engineer, not me. Yes, tea, please.
Let's make
Tea,
some
always
tea.
good.
And maybe have a biscuit. Tea and biscuits.
Agree on tea.
Good?
Yeah. Make it a big mug.
Are we going to go for the lemon and ginger infusion?
Sure.
You have to wait until that cooks.
I just saw my channel points are 200,038.
Who wrote that?
Me.
You?
I
You
didn't
have
write it,
channel
I
points.
just said it.
But you never spent your channel points.
That's why I have so many.
Yeah.
238K, it says. Ha.
Do you still want water to drink? Or?
No thanks. It's either or. And tea is also water.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah.
Let's get the fluff off here.
The thing with these
These placements
these
with the holes
placements
in
that
it.
we have with the holes, it stuff still gets on your table.
But they look pretty.
They look nice in the pictures, but they're not very practical as things that are supposed to keep your food off the table.
Yeah, that's true.
Just saying.
Okay, I'm just waiting for it to boil, and then we can
Perfect.
make some tea.
The we had 2 of these pies a couple of days ago,
Yeah.
which were pies filled with hearty stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw them at the supermarket. They were already made. You just had to stuff them in the oven or your air fryer, heat them up, and then eat. So
Yeah.
they were basically just, bake-offs, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, well, ready-made meals. Just
Yeah,
reheat.
like ready-made meals. So we were like, okay, let's try this for, ships and giggles, why not?
Yeah.
So we bought one that had inside pulled pork, like a pot pie. Yeah, it was like a
Yeah.
pot
Like a
filled
small
and
one.
then a lid on it. And it was just a little one. It's just like a little round one. So we bought 2 of them. One had pulled pork.
And the other one was
The other one was like beef stew with onion.
beef and onion, yeah.
Beef stew with onion. Hi, Aiden. Oh, Aiden was on TikTok.
Aiden and his TikTok.
Aiden spent so much time on
Oh
TikTok.
no, that's Hamza. Hamza was the TikTok.
Oh yeah, Hamza was the
Hamza, yeah.
TikTok addict, but I think Aiden is also up there. But we ate those, and the first thing I said is, it's a shame for those pot pies.
Yeah.
The stuff that they filled them with, they grinded that, and like with a blender,
Yeah.
like really fine.
Really fine.
So it was like there was no texture to it. It was not like you were eating.
It was like baby food.
Yeah, it was like baby food. It was all mash, or just like grinded to little tiny bits.
That wasn't nice.
It was not even good.
But the taste was okay-ish.
It tasted okay, but there was no texture. You could not
But no, yeah.
feel when you were eating it that it was pulled pork, or that it was beef, or that it was onion. You had the taste, but there was no texture to it. So, yeah. My daily screen time on TikTok has gone from 3 hours to 1 the last month, by the way. Oh, well, hey, if you enjoy it, then, more power to you. TikTok can be really amazing some days, really boring the next.
Yes.
Now, China knows everything about you, Aiden.
But that's the same for YouTube.
YouTube.
There are days that there are so many funny things to laugh at, and channels that you follow who have posted, and other days it's just nonsense.
I get a lot of nonsense these days.
Yeah, me too.
Uh-huh. Oof, you need the texture difference.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what the point I was trying to make.
It was
Archie.
very difficult to distinguish.
What was what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we bought two, and then I cut them both of them through the middle, so we had half of each. And I cut mine in smaller pieces, so it was easier to eat. And at a certain point, I really could not tell whether I was eating the pulled pork or the beef one with onion. It all just kind of blended together.
There was
Then I thought,
there was a little taste difference,
yeah.
but not very much. But they just
It's too bad that they made it so mush.
baby food, dude,
Yeah.
in a pot pie.
Yeah.
That was
Like
such
porridge.
a shame.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And that's, that was indeed a shame, I think.
Because you eat with your eyes, but also with your nose
Yeah.
and your taste buds,
Yeah.
but also your tongue.
So you had
you gotta
just
have
this
that,
kind of
you know.
really dry pastry with this mushy filling. That's what it was. Yeah, it wasn't really good.
It was kind of, the idea was good, but the way they did it was
Yeah.
not so good.
But here pot pies are like chunky soup in a pastry. That is what we were expecting.
Yeah.
We never had this brand before.
No.
So maybe there are other ones that are
Better.
better, that are also that you also just need to heat up again. I don't know how there are different, of course, different brands and different.
Nice
recipes.
segue back into the chunky soup
Yeah.
part, Archie. I see what you did there. They are very hearty. Well, like Mrs. A says, that is what we would have expected to, have like a hearty filling
Yeah.
with textures and stuff, not the mushed up baby food.
No, it's not that I was eating it and I'm thinking, oh man, this is bad.
It wasn't bad. It tasted okay.
That wasn't the case, but it wasn't what we expected it to be.
No.
Honestly.
So that's us.
Yeah, but I like it. It's the same with these hearty soups that you make around this time of the year. I really like it when there is still something chunky in it. So even if I make a split green pea soup, I do like it when there is just a little squares of potato floating around in it.
Or
just
carrot.
or carrot or
Whatever.
or sausage or something.
You are welcome.
So.
Thank you, Archie. You're welcome too.
Tea.
Tea. time with the Amazings.
It's not, well, yeah.
Oh wait, that's on Tuesday.
That's on Tuesday, yeah.
This is hashtag amazing food. But yeah, so things. But it's been kind of a weird week for us.
Yeah.
We went on Monday to get our COVID shot.
Yeah.
It was not a good experience for either of us. On Tuesday, I woke up and I was like sore everywhere, all over my body, and my muscles were aching, and I was very, very tired.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, so I had all the symptoms that I had last time from the COVID shot. So I called in sick, stayed home for 2 days, then went back to work on Thursday. And Mrs. A had the same.
Yeah.
Tired.
The arm wide, when these things of vaccinations come around, I always say do it on the left. Because if then your arm hurts or gets swollen or whatever, you still have your right one, and I'm right-handed, so.
Me too.
So left, and the place where they put it, that hurt like the whole week.
It was like someone hit you really hard, and it feels like sore. And it wasn't black or blue or anything. It just was really sore. For me too. It was right here also.
And the needle is like
left.
You didn't even feel that the needle went into the skin.
The guy who did it was very routine. He was like, okay, here it comes. Swoop.
And then it was gone already. Yeah.
Okay, here's your Band-Aid. You're ready to go. Oof, that's why I always get mine on the weekend. They usually hit me hard. My most recent one, however, went really well.
What?
Our political parties are now saying that those who took the COVID vaccines are the ones to die early.
Oh, wow.
And those who didn't will live long.
Yeah, we'll see about that one.
We'll see, Hamza. I have no idea. If it were life-threatening or whatever, they wouldn't do it. I trust that these things have been vetted and are okay. But, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's really like it has to make you sick, so you make antibodies.
Yeah, you make antidotes.
So if you make antibodies, your body will be resistant against, the vaccine.
We'll
or
see.
The virus.
What it will be.
When it hits you. But I'm really hoping not to get COVID again.
Or just the flu like I had. And
no, the COVID really knocked us out a year ago.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
For like a week. It was horrible.
Well, not just a week, way longer. But also, I don't want to get the flu, nor COVID, no, I don't want to get anything. So I don't know. We'll see whether it was a good idea or not.
It's reassuring to know that other countries have idiot politicians too, Hamza. Yeah, there were people here in Holland, politicians who were saying that it was all fake. Yeah. It was like fake news. You don't need that. You don't need the vaccine.
But
whatever.
there's so much nonsense. If we once in a while on YouTube, there comes a video on America, with the politicians and people need to vote and I don't know what. And I'm thinking, one is saying even more stupid things than another one. So how would you choose? Because all they do is kind of sling mud at each other.
Bicker.
And I'm thinking, those are the people that you want to vote for to lead your country. And,
to represent
and
your
the
country,
stuff
the free
that
world.
these people say makes you doubt that they have a brain at all. So I'm thinking, I wouldn't want to vote for you nor for you, but the nonsense that you are saying, the way that these people act in public is disgusting. Really disgusting.
Well, for example, the RKP party, as they are called, were the ones who supported the vaccine. But when they saw that people disagreed with it, they changed it. Well, nothing. That's why it's called politics, because one day you do, the other day you don't.
Yeah.
That's why they say you speak like a politician, the saying
It's not something good.
is meant like you say whatever you think people want to
Yeah.
hear. So it's not a positive thing.
But you see, in America, there are only two parties. You either are Republican or you are, what's the other one?
Yes, what's the other one?
I've got no idea what it was, I forgot.
Democrat.
Oh, you're either a Democrat or a Republican. And the people in the Democrat Party say very not democratic things. And then the other is it's the same. I'm seeing people coming by on TV thinking, did I ever see you? And now that it's election time, suddenly your face is plastered everywhere. What are we doing?
Are you talking about Camilla Harris?
Yeah, I never heard of her before.
No, she was Biden's replacement.
Yeah, but I never heard of her.
Nobody has, I think.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
They were like, okay, Biden's not going to run. We need somebody else.
But wasn't she his vice president?
Maybe.
She did something. Change opinion on what's popular. Well, in the Netherlands, we don't have this two-party system.
No.
I think we have like 25 different
no,
ones.
I think last count was like 56 or so.
50, I don't know.
It was a crazy number of
So
parties.
for you to have the say on whatever goes on in the country, you need at least 51%. There is no party that will ever get that, which means that you always will have to collaborate with other parties, and you are not 100% think alike on certain subjects. So there is a lot of giving and not so much taking if you want to be in the group of people who have a say in what goes in the country.
If you want to be in the government.
So I can vote for you because there are 10 things that I think are important, and you think this party, I'm thinking, okay, they have these 10 things. And then they have to cooperate with other parties, and then suddenly from the 10 that were important to you, only 5 stay upright, where the other 5, they just say, okay, we have to drop this because otherwise we don't get to rule at all. Now that's the problem with the Dutch politics, I think.
Well,
There's too much choice. Any idiot can start a political party.
I think you need like 1,500 signatures
Yeah.
to start a political party.
And we are at, we having 18 million people yet? Or are we getting there?
18 million?
Yeah.
Could be.
We have at least 17 million. So to start a party, you only need like 1,500.
She's the current vice president. Okay. Well, we don't see a lot of the current vice president in the news, at least not when we watch the news. I don't watch news that much because it depresses the heck out of me.
10 seconds of a debate between her and Trump. And I thought, really, how old are you? 2?
But
Are you in kindergarten?
She's like, I'm not even going to address that. I think that's really cool the way she does
Yeah,
that.
but she also said a few things that I thought, okay, listen,
Okay.
buddy.
Well, maybe I saw the wrong interview.
Yeah.
Here, I think there's like 11 parties, but in those 11, there's many parties who are the same, like the communists, who are like 3 in 1, the liberals, etc.
Okay.
So those parties stick together, if that makes
Yeah,
sense. It does.
The
It
VP
makes
doesn't
sense,
do
doesn't it?
much. Well, I think the vice president comes in play when the president is dead, right? Or stops doing his job, then the vice president.
That's how
comes
Kiefer Sutherland came to power. Oh no, wait, that's a TV series.
along. Oh, it's a TV series. So, but honestly, I know too little of politics basically to have an opinion on a lot of the subjects. I never ever would want to work in politics because you never do it good for everything. But there are some extreme opinions in the politics in the Netherlands also nowadays, which I think should not be there, because we are not as a nation, we are not an extreme nation. We are not extreme left or right or purple or blue or
We're
whatever.
trying to
it
get
is.
along with everyone.
Yeah, we
All
are.
the time.
So yeah.
Like, for
that's
example, the socialist government that lasted until 2022,
Yeah.
they were 4
We'll
parties
see.
in one. Well, here it is
I'm not
a
complaining. but
mishmash,
Well,
a mix
it's
and match.
it's getting more to the extreme side. People are getting
people are getting fed up with a lot of things.
People
There's
are
been
getting worried
a
about
lot of stuff
things.
going on with,
Yeah.
immigration and stuff. The country seems to be really overflowing with people who fled here from all over the
Yeah.
world, and we already have so many people that there's a housing problem. I think that is the most thing. It's not that we don't want people to come here because they fled their own country due to politics or whatever, but there's really a housing problem. I mean, the kids that live with their parents and are in their 20s are forced to keep living with their parents because there's just no
There
affordable
is
housing for
nothing.
them. If you're a starter, if you're,
Yeah.
come from
You cannot
your
get a
parents,
loan, so you
no,
can buy your house.
no,
House prices are going
crazy,
up every year. People pay big money for a
crazy through the roof.
simple house. There are on across the road from where I work, they are building apartment. It's an apartment building, and it's nothing really big. And there are two what they call penthouses. These penthouses have like a, let's call it a balcony, which is like 1/10 of how large our garden is. So it's a penthouse with an outside area. They cost a million. A million.
In euros.
And that's just nonsense. But people pay it. I don't know how, but people pay it. And now it was on the news that this year house prices went up at 7%, and for next year they're thinking it's going to be even worse. It's going to go to 8%.
I
So-
think that by the end of next year, we'll sell our house and move somewhere cheaper
Yeah,
to another country.
we need to go somewhere else. Yeah,
Be
it's
like,
it's
okay,
not
bye.
it's really nonsense. I think we bought in 2010. Yeah, 10, and now 14 years later these houses go for double the price.
It's cray
It's,
cray.
it's nonsense. It's no. It's not strange that families where mom and dad both work full time, because otherwise there is no way for them to afford this, even they with the interest being so low.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Come to my area. Houses are ranging from 50K to 100K euro. My friend bought a house 21 kilometers from me for 13,000 euros at a farm. It's
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah.
Meh. NL is also crazy. Wait, I just got back. I'm 40 something and living with my parents. That's not the issue, Dragon. Well, we're not like flaming people who live with their parents. It's not what it's about. We're just saying that because the housing is so expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know what the situation is in the States and where you
Yeah.
live, but I think you're in a different boat. But yeah, there is just a housing problem.
But
we
she
don't have
also cannot
enough
afford to
houses.
live on her own.
I think
So
that's
that
more
is-
the issue. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but the problem with children staying until their mid-20s and 20s, maybe even in their 30s, still at the home that they were born at, also means that their parents stay there. So what usually would happen is that children go out the house, and then mom and dad think, well, if the house is a little bit too big, let's look for a smaller apartment, or something with a smaller yard. So a family with children can go and live in the big house. But this big house doesn't get empty because the children cannot leave.
So
And-
there's less houses available, and then
For
again
families,
less and
yeah.
less and less. So that's the housing problem that we're having in the
Yeah.
Netherlands.
And it's getting worse. And it doesn't have anything to do with immigration. There is a housing shortage way before all this.
Yeah, yeah, but
Immigration stuff,
there's a
but,
housing shortage, and on top of that,
Yeah.
we're getting all these people from other countries who want to come to the Netherlands, and we simply don't know where to put them because there's no houses
There
for
is
them.
nothing available.
There's not even houses for the Dutch people, so where are we
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
put these people? It's not good to keep them indefinitely in hotels or in,
No.
tent camps or whatever. It's not a sustainable situation.
No, but the problem is that
So,
at this point in the world, there are, usually there was like one country where people came from, you know, and then war ended, most of the people went back. But now either these wars do not really end, and there is then a war in a different country, and in a different country, and again, so there are so many of these hotspots in the world. And if I was living there, I would want to go to Europe.
Yeah, the people that come, they don't leave. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
and that's okay because we let them in and we said it's okay, you can stay here. So I'm not saying that that is a bad decision
No.
or that we need to
No.
revoke that
And
or
then
whatever.
of course
but, you know, it's getting too much.
the whole immigration and getting your visa and your permit to stay in the Netherlands can take 10 years.
It can take years, yeah.
But that is more because of the process. Because if they say, listen, we think it's safe enough in your country, you have to go, then they can appeal. And during that appeal, they are allowed to stay in the Netherlands. And then when that appeal is again vetoed, they go to whatever comes after that. So there is appeal on appeal on appeal. And then 10 years later, when these people have worked for 9.5 years, pay taxes for 9.5 years, have children here, then they suddenly say, yeah, but now it's the end of the road, so you have to go. These children are as Dutch as all other children in the Netherlands. So I think that's a political problem. They need to make that different. But because I think in nature we like to help people in need.
Yeah.
But we are just
Which is
not,
a good thing.
just not firm enough to say, okay, listen, the situation, there is war in your country, so you can stay here until the war ends, and then you have to go back. Whether you want to go back, yes or no, but that is when a hospitality ends. You just have to leave.
Yeah, well, that can be a condition for your stay. You know, if it's safe again in your own country,
But
then
the
you have to go back.
legislation is, so that needs to be adapted.
Yeah, but nobody's firm enough to do that.
No.
No political party is changing that, and they're trying to change the immigration procedure right now because there's a more right-wing
Yeah.
party which is leading right now,
Yeah.
and they want to put an emergency stop to all the
Yeah.
immigration
Well, it's
stuff.
not for nothing that nowadays there are passport checks at the German border, which they are allowed to do. But Europe was supposed to be one
open country.
open, and then you should be
Area.
able to travel without, the hassle at the borders. Because it used to be like that. Every time you crossed the border, you had to show your passport.
Yeah.
And now Germany is doing that again.
Well,
To just
it's their right.
in the hope to keep some people from getting into the country. So
In Denmark, we have some of the strictest immigrants rules in Europe. For example, if you're from some parts of Africa or Asia, you're banned from coming in. They show no mercy, whether you're a political refugee or not, and most of the times they send them to Germany, which is why Germany is overflowing now. We have elections in 2026. I will vote for RKP because they are those who are doing a lot for many. But of course, things can change.
Yeah.
The current government is already considering to step off. There's the same thing happened here in the Netherlands. We had a government and they couldn't agree on anything, and they were like, okay, we're in limbo. So we had a couple of years of government in limbo, and then new elections and stuff is
And
just not
elections
working.
again, and so it's just weird.
It's a big mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the idea now is that what I hear from people who actually understand anything of politics, who say, well, let's give this government at the moment like 6 months, maybe 3/4 of a year, and then they're going to be gone, and then all the hassle will start all over again. So it's a bit weird. It's easy to, if you are in a situation where you maybe do not have a job, or you have to work really, really hard for low wages, and then therefore not be able to rent suitable accommodation, to blame immigrants. I mean, most of the immigrants come from countries in wartime. So you cannot blame them for trying to find a safe place to live. So that's a
But
little
there
bit
is
weird.
the thing is that since COVID, I think it's since COVID, we have a lot of open jobs. Companies
yeah.
cannot get the
And then
people
there,
to fill the positions that they have open.
yeah,
So on the one hand, there's that we need more people
yeah,
to keep the economy going, and to there's too many open jobs.
yeah.
On the other hand, there's not enough houses, so we need more people, but we don't have a place to
No,
put
we
them.
don't know where to put her.
So it's like a circle that keeps going endlessly. It's like, what are we going to do? You cannot solve one
No.
without the other. We need more houses. So
Yeah,
here's the opposite. It's hard finding a job. Well, I would say come here and work here, but where are you going to live? Because that's the problem.
yeah,
Because it's the same problem. It's the same problem for the Dutch people, for the immigrant people, for
it's for
for
the
everybody.
same.
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
So yeah, we need more housing. That's the first thing that has to be solved.
but they're building new housing, but it's so expensive.
And it takes forever.
Yeah.
It's not very fast.
No, it's not very fast at all. But there are a lot of building sites within the city limit now, where they are building different types of
Housing.
living arrangements. Let me put it like that. So we'll see.
As I wrote earlier, you wrote 5.9 million people in Denmark, and your country is way bigger than ours. I saw it, I read it. I think NL is so overcrowded. You have 4 times our population, and your country is smaller than ours.
Well, I'm not saying that the Netherlands doesn't have room to grow, room to build houses. There are still a lot of places in the Netherlands where I think they could build hundreds and hundreds of houses, but we don't want to be a country where there is no tree to be found. There needs to be a good
You need nature and parks and
and it's not just houses, but these people need to shop their groceries somewhere. They need to get their gas somewhere, or their electricity for their car, or whatever. There needs to be stuff for them to do, and it's not just simply building millions of houses and then all the problems will be gone.
infrastructure. Let's talk about something else we can all agree on. Stroopwafels are the best thing ever. Hey, I have a t-shirt in my merch store that says Stroopwafels. What else?
Yeah.
So go buy that t-shirt and, enjoy. Yeah. I could eat like 5 packs of those. I do. I want that t-shirt. Well, Hamza, there you go.
Yeah.
In
Keep
the
in
merch
mind,
store.
shipping is crazy expensive.
Yep. But, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
This is why I try to avoid politics and stuff in streams,
Yeah.
because there's no way that everyone is going to
No.
agree on the same things. So I would more want your triggered shirt. Well, this shirt is actually, I love it, triggered. Sorry, I tapped my mic. It's actually from the merch store of our good friend MP. This is not one of my t-shirts, but I will type in chat. Let's go here. Let me see if I can find that for you real quick, if you want that.
Does he still have it? The trigger shirt?
I think he does. I just need to find his channel and hope that there's a link there.
Mrs. A should get one too. Could get one also, so you match. Well, I'm not triggered, so
I'm always triggered.
he does always trigger.
Triggered!
And why would we want to match?
That's a good question.
In general, we do not wear the same. Well, accidentally sometimes. We both wear jeans and a black t-shirt, but that's just accidentally. But would be cute. Okay. We'll see. Peter is copying and pasting.
Yeah, I think that Peter should grow out his hair and dye it like yours, then you match. I don't think that's going to happen. This store is outdated. I think it's not working anymore
No, I don't think so.
because Stream Elements moved to fourth wall,
Yeah.
so this store needs to be moved there. I'm getting an error message.
But maybe he has, because he now also has his own website with the stuff that he is selling. I don't even know if he does merch anymore. I have no idea whether he's still streaming or not.
No, he hasn't
Okay.
streamed
In ages, so.
in ages. Same as me.
He's doing different things.
He's doing different things. MP046.
Mhm.
My daughter called, so I missed more of the conversation. They're all moving again.
Really?
Is your daughter moving? Really?
Really? I
But,
thought, what further away or closer by or what's going on?
In case you're interested in any of the merch, we have artistfanshop.com/APG.
She lives with one of my sisters. Ah, okay.
Oh, so she's moving to her own place.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Or maybe to a different. They
They
don't know
don't.
yet, got evicted and they're gonna stay. Oh, and
My gosh, evicted.
No, what's going
These
on?
slumlords.
Yeah, but they just throw you out. And then they get their
crazy.
money from someone else. Cause housing shortage everywhere.
Hmm. I think it's time.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry to hear that, Dragon. Hope they end up well, because hotels are usually expensive.
But didn't
More
you
bills.
didn't you just talk to me about someone in the United States whose house was damaged and cars were gone and
Yes.
basically the whole family lost everything
Yes.
due to the storm?
Yep.
And then you thought you had a nice place to stay and then poof, it's gone.
Cars got totaled, everything.
Yeah. So that's going on top of all the misery that's already out there. Then you got this.
What did the meal get voted? I really want to try that one. Well, Dragon, we
were
we were at a
divided.
standoff,
Yeah.
like mixed opinions. And yeah, I have a granddaughter there.
Yeah.
That's what you told us last time.
Yeah.
Mrs. A voted it. What was it? Like 8.5?
An 8. Well, I was even because I really liked it. I just thought, okay, the puff pastry that I need, I cannot get in the Netherlands. So I need puff pastry that is thicker, so that it's easier, that it splits in the middle. So I thought, okay, if I would use these square sheets that I can buy, which is a thicker puff pastry, which you can just put in the oven and then they do poof by themselves, basically, and then the filling would go in. I'm thinking that would be a better way than that we did it now. Not that it wasn't tasty, but it didn't look as nice as the one from Jamie Oliver. So I thought, okay, then maybe it would be a 9. So now I'm giving it an 8. And then Peter said, meh, not for me. It's more like a 7. And then graciously he made it into a 7.5. And then I commented, well, then it doesn't make it into the binder. Then we're just not going to make it again. And apparently he was okay with it.
Well, I reconsidered. Because stuff happens, you know. But I'm not turning it up to an 8 or whatever. I'm just not what I mean. I mean, I ate it, and it was okay, but it was not like an 8 or so for me. It was okay. So for me, it's a low number.
Yeah.
It's because of the mushrooms. I just don't like mushrooms. So I was when we were shopping, I saw the recipe and I was like, oh, okay, chicken in puff pastry, that's good.
Yeah.
And I sort of like read over the mushrooms, and then we were shopping, and she was like, yeah, I need mixed mushrooms. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute, where are we going to put those in? And she was like, well, in the dish on Sunday. And I was like, okay. And then she was taking out these mushrooms in the supermarket. She was like, what do you think of these? And I was like, oh my God, what have I agreed to? And then I sort of like pushed it away. And then I opened the fridge this morning, And I was like, I still don't know what we're going to use these mushrooms for. And she was like, in the dish for tonight. And I was like, oh no, we're all
But
gonna die.
okay, no, we're not gonna die. But let's be honest. When I asked you,
Mhm.
could you distinguish between the pieces of chicken and the pieces of mushroom in your dish? You said no.
Okay, we at some point in the
He's-
past we ate a vegan burger, a veggie burger,
Yeah.
and you said, "Does it taste good?" And I said, "Nah, it's not meat, but it's okay."
Yeah.
Yet we eat meat still every week.
Yeah.
We're not going the vegan route.
No, I'm not
It's the
saying-
same with this. I can taste it and say, it's okay. Doesn't
Yeah.
mean I love it and it's 10 out of 10 and I want it every
that's
week.
not what I mean. But if it
No.
goes in the binder, I'm going to make it again. That's so either you're saying, yeah, it's not for me. I don't want to eat it again. Then I'm not going to make it again.
Okay, so that's the conclusion I've come to.
Okay, then it's not going to go in the binder.
It's not bad, but it's also there's so many dishes. We have like
Yeah.
you were going to
Oh yeah.
get
Let
a
me
binder
show you
and show Archie.
one of the binders.
We have 2 binders full of recipes that are so much better than this, that I enjoy so much more eating than
we have
this.
a lot of binders that
So we
a
have
lot of recipes that we haven't tried yet.
but on paper, let me just say it like this: on paper, it looked better than I thought it actually was.
So these are the binders.
These are the binders. These are huge. I mean,
These
look at the
Don't
number
scratch the
of
table.
recipes in here.
So and they are and every plastic folder there are 2.
So there's one on this side, and then in the plastic folder, there's another one on the other side. So
and
there's
this
2
one is
recipes
full,
of
and I
each
got
one.
another one, and it's divided between types of food. So soups and
Take a few out. Show them.
well, I don't know where this. Oh, this one starts with Instapot recipes. Then we get to the stampotten.
Okay, take one out for stampot. Just one.
This we never made before. And on the one on the back side, I don't think we made that one.
So this is a stampot with red cabbage and carrots. This one is a stampot with carrots and haché. You know what that is?
It's like
Let me show you the picture. Maybe you can see. So this, if I'm trying to hold it so that it doesn't shine through,
yeah.
maybe you can see. This one looks very nice. It's just a big dish with a glowy thing. And this one also looks nice. This is the one with the carrots and the red cabbage.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of these kind of recipes, which just all look good.
Yeah, they all
Haché,
look good.
diced meats and such. Yes.
And then we have oven dishes.
It's like baked trays and stuff that you put on oven dish.
Oven
and-
dishes.
Oh, it's just the oven dishes?
Oven dishes. And then we have, it just goes on and on and on.
She recently ordered everything
Oh, yeah.
nice into.
I threw away half of it.
no,
Then
no,
we have
hashies.
all these
Haché.
meat type of things. Like,
Something in.
yeah, but also just,
Pie?
you know, like a
Stew?
meatloaf bread with egg inside, or a filled roulade, or, you know, just like that. A lot of meatballs recipes.
Because we like our meatballs.
And then we have a few fish recipes, not much, but a few fish. And then there is, I think, the vegetable thing is coming. Yeah, also not that much. I have the Memphis barbecue rub.
Oh yeah, that was
Don't
good.
know why.
Memphis
Oh
barbecue
yeah,
rub.
so these are a lot of herb mixes that you
So
can
how
make
which
yourself.
ingredients do you need to make like an Italian spices mix?
Then we
or-
have soup recipes and things that you eat with your soups, you know, like croutons and stuff like that. Then we are getting into the salads, which are also not that many. And then we have the dips and the sauces.
like garlic sauce and that kind of stuff.
And then we have the the cakes,
Oh.
the cookies,
Oh.
or other baked desserts. Then there are no bake desserts.
Baked goods and no,
No
baked,
baked
goods.
goods. And then I think what comes after that, oh yeah, and these are the cakes and the cookies. And this is one folder. And then I got another one with the rice dishes and the noodle dishes. And
Pasta dishes.
pasta dishes. So, and all of these recipes, well, not all of them. I think maybe like been doing this now for 7 years. Like 300 episodes. We did a few doubles, so let's say 275 different recipes. Some and at least half of them I don't have anymore, if not even more. Just threw them out because I can add another binder to this.
So yeah. Well, the Netherlands you used to know, Arkie.
Yeah.
When you were a teenager, the Netherlands were also much younger.
Yeah.
But now the Netherlands have grown older.
Yeah, nice meat and such. Yeah.
Where's my mouse?
So there are so many
recipes.
choices, and most of these recipes come from the magazines from supermarkets. And then once in a while I find one on internet, or you see something on either, not on TikTok, but you find something.
I don't TikTok.
No, you don't TikTok.
I find stuff on like Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, short things. So stuff like that. Or I'm watching TV, and then Jamie Oliver comes by, and then suddenly I'm thinking, hey, maybe I should like that. Then I have to find that online and then print it. But there is so much inspiration, so much things, so many things to make, that at a certain point I said, listen, I'm only gonna keep, because besides this, I also just make regular dishes, It's not that every week I'm thinking, okay, Monday will be this, Tuesday that, Wednesday that. That's not how it works. So there is also just regular cooking, which is not in the binder. So there is so much, so many things that could be. So yeah. So at a certain point I said, listen, if something is so good that I'm gonna want to make it again. So then I'm gonna put it in the binder, and otherwise we're just gonna throw it out. It was a one-time thing. It was nice, but not hooray. And then the last time I said, okay, if it doesn't have an 8, then I'm just gonna put it away, because I'm not gonna make it again, because there are so many other dishes
That already we know that are
yeah,
good.
that we already know that are good, and that I will make again. And then there are also recipes in here which take 2 hours to make, or maybe even need to marinate for 8 hours or stuff like that. So that's something that doesn't.
Okay, guys, are we still live? Because I see some lights flickering and stuff going on.
Yeah, I think we are. Can you type
We
a message?
restarted our RIP stream.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the stream broke up, which was Twitch, not us.
Okay.
We're fine here. We were just talking.
Yeah, I was just explaining all the binders, and that there are recipes in there that have nothing to do with the stream, but most of them are. And I think part of it you already have seen me make, and others not yet.
Yeah.
But every week new ones come along.
So much
There's
options
so
and
much
choice.
options, yeah.
Wow.
I think if you would do a cooking stream every day, and you just every week get one of these magazines, there are more than 7 recipes in it. You could make something new every day.
Wow. It's going to be expensive stuff.
Yeah, but most of these recipes, they cook with the vegetables of that time. Now there is this winter stuff, so then there is different fruit and different fresh vegetables and stuff like that. So
Winter stuff.
then it's okay. So you could have a YouTube channel where you cook every day. I don't know if you want to sit with people and then yap also for an hour. But you could and then make a new dish every day. And then you need to live like 600 years to be able to make all of the recipes that you ever thought you were going to make.
Oof.
I'm going to put this back.
Yep, and then we're going to say bye-bye.
And then we're going to say bye-bye.
Because
it's 9.
it's time, people. It's almost 9 o'clock for us.
Yeah.
And while we love your company, thank you for being here.
Yep.
We also have to do the dishes, and I have to
And tomorrow morning at 6 the alarm goes off. So
tear down the whole spiel of all the cams and
yeah,
stuff.
that's true.
I hope you guys have a lovely night and good sleep. Thank you for another great Sunday, even though I missed a lot. No worries, Dragon.
We are happy with everybody who can make it, and if that's for like 10 seconds and just say hi, and then you are busy, or for those who just don't say anything but are still listening, or for those who have to go away in between and then once in a while come
Return.
back. So we are very happy with all the support that you have shown us through each and every episode.
It's not just today,
No, it's not.
and
it's
we
not
realize
just
that people
today.
have things to do, so, you know.
And honestly, who am I to tell you where you should spend your time?
True that.
Or tell you, yeah, you have to be here? Because I'm the one who, never watches other people's stream. So how can I tell you, you have to come to mine? Because I don't know why, because that's not in here.
I don't think that's why people come to our streams, but
No, but just,
just saying.
So we're very happy with the support, with all of the support in one way or another. So I think we are very blessed with the community that we have built
I feel so too.
so far.
So enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Yes. Thank you for coming by. I'm hoping that we made you a little bit hungry. Anyway, have a great rest of your day and your week. On Tuesday, hopefully, if I'm still feeling okay, there will be a tea time with Mrs. A, and then otherwise we will see you again next Sunday.
But we're hoping for a tea time
Yeah.
with Hangman.
So good night, everybody. Dooey dooey. Stay
Dooey.
safe. Stay frosty. Is that what we say?
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty.
No, we're not saying
And
that.
bye-bye.
See you next time. Ciao. Where's my thing that I need to push?
That's the thing.
Here it is. And